I want to get a little crazier with our plays here. This is quite the board state we're developing here. We do actually hit the Broker's Ascendancy. Oh my gosh. You love to see it. You love to see it. No attacks. There we go. Now we're good. Now we've got the board state we're looking for. We've got 2 Wandering Emperors, about to have 2 Elspeths, and Tamiyo's going to bring back Asika's Chariot on this next turn. And with the Asika's Chariot, we're going to start copying our Planeswalkers, which is going to be incredible. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday and it felt like a Planeswalker kind of a day, but if you guys know anything about me or this channel, you guys know this is not your ordinary Planeswalker deck. No, we don't do those types of things around here. We are trying to resolve anywhere between 5 to 10 Planeswalkers at a single time. How, you might ask? Well, I'm going to break that down in full in just a moment for you. But before I do so, if you are new here and you find any value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow the channel. And I'd greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, let's talk about this thing because it is an absolute powerhouse. So what we're trying to do, like I said, is resolve anywhere between 5 to 10 Planeswalkers a game. Otherwise, it's an utter failure. That's the goal. How do we do that? Well, we're going to be reanimating Planeswalkers with Tamiyo. Now, if you guys know, I did post a video at the start of Kamigawa. One of my best videos I think I've ever made, and a lot of people really enjoyed it, was a Tamiyo Soul Tie deck where we brought back Planeswalkers from the dead with its -X ability, and those Planeswalkers became tokens, and those tokens we used to copy with Asika's Chariot. Well, you're probably asking yourself, well, if you copy that token, one of them's got to go. That's the loyalty, or it's the legendary rule, right? Well, if we're running things like Mirror Box, there is no legendary rule. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here today. Again, we're running the exact same sort of shell, but we switched it over to BANT because BANT has a lot of really cool new tools, and I'm going to break them all down for you in a moment. But if you guys are following so far, Mirror Box, no legendary rule. Tamiyo brings back Planeswalkers. We copy the Planeswalkers. We can have an infinite amount of Planeswalkers depending on how many times we can attack with the Asika's Chariot. So that is the main goal today. So with that being said, how are we going to do this? Well, let's start from the top. We have 4 Faithful Mendings as our draw spell. This is going to help us find our lands, gain some life, also put some Planeswalkers into the graveyard because we need to get those into the graveyard for Tamiyo to bring back as tokens. So this card works really, really well with the deck. We've also got 2 Luxior Giada's Gift. This thing is going to be able to animate one of our Planeswalkers into an actual creature, and it's going to be very powerful, and it's going to be able to attack for a whole lot of damage. We've also got 3 Cosmina because in BANT, you're going to want Cosmina because the +2 ability to scry 1 isn't great, but the fact that you're +2 on the loyalty can change a lot of things, especially when your other Planeswalkers can use that ability as well. Like Grandmaster of Flowers, if this thing can +2, we can get this thing to its loyalty a lot faster. We're trying to get this thing to 7 loyalty because once we do that, it becomes a 7/7 flyer that's indestructible. So if we could turn this into a 7/7 dragon flyer, that's going to be nice. So it pairs really nicely with Cosmina and allows our Grandmaster to animate. And Grandmaster also has a ability to bring in an open hand monk to your hand, so we have 1 in the actual deck, so in case we ever really need it as a blocker. And honestly, it came in handy a couple of times just as a little chump blocker because we can get this thing back from the graveyard over and over as well. So it's really, really nice. We of course have 3 Wandering Emperors because it's a very, very good Planeswalker, one of the best out there right now. We've also got Broker's Ascendancy as a 2 of because if you guys don't know, this deck is called Team Elspeth because we are running Elspeth, and Elspeth can -3 to grab a couple of permanents like Luxor, Broker's Ascendancy, Mirror Box, or Cosmina, and it can put shield counters on it. So it's nice to have a couple of permanents like Broker's Ascendancy, especially because we're going to have creatures and Planeswalkers, and we're going to want to gain loyalty and 1/1 counters across the board. It is pretty broken once this thing hits the field. Lastly, we have a couple of Doomscars and Farewells for some sweeper options because being that we're Planeswalkers, these 2 cards typically aren't going to affect us too much. If we can sweep up the board from creatures and enchantments and graveyards and whatnot, we can then take advantage of the leftover board state, which is our Planeswalkers, gaining us a bunch of value. But that's the deck in a nutshell, guys. Again, you copy some Planeswalkers, you're going to get yourself a lot of really cool clips in this with this deck. But anyways, that's the deck. We're going to get into the gameplay footage now. Enjoy. The games are insane. We'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. I'll see you guys there. Peace. Enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a certified banger on our hands, I believe. Today, we should be able to meme pretty hard on some people with some real nonsense. But I do believe in this deck. I believe it's not too bad at all. Really, if I'm being honest, we have a lot of really cool synergies and tools in this deck that allow us to reanimate planeswalkers and copy them. It should be a lot of fun, man. It should be a lot of fun. This is an easy keep for us just because we have the Faithful Mendings, which is going to be some really good early game card sifting. We get to go through our cards here a little bit, choose what we want to keep. We can throw away some early stuff for the Tamiyo to reanimate. So definitely gonna go white here just because the white is the primary color of our deck. A lot of double devotions. We got Broker's Ascendancy out of the gate, which feels really, really nice. Hopefully it stays on the battlefield though. That's the big thing, right? Draw 2, discard you. And gosh, I don't want to say you, but I probably should say you because I like everything else a little bit, just a tiny bit better. Just a tiny bit better. We should probably Faithful Mending one more time just to ensure that we hit our 4th land drop here. Broker's Ascendancies does seem like a really cool card to get down now, so I don't have to worry about it later, but I think it's a little greedy to say that we're going to hit our 4th land drop, especially after keeping a 2-land hand. All right, we got our 2 lands here. We're going to need Doomscar for sure. Faithful Mending can go. Guess we'll do it like that. We'll keep the fast land. I kind of want to shoot for Doomscar here, but man, we're off to a weird start because we're, you know, a little behind here on the board. I can match their energy with the Seeker's Chariot. That's kind of nice, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess it is probably the play if I'm being honest, because I can go into Tamiyo next turn if I hit that 5th land drop, and I can immediately bring back a Wandering Emperor and immediately copy it. So that could be really busted. But I don't have the mirror box though, so it's not like we're gonna get full value off of it. That's not good. That's really not good. All right, so hopefully they attack in with the Seeker's Chariot. I will double block it and get rid of it and then blow up the board. Nice, I'll take it. I will take it. If they have like a Fading Hope or Fading Hope here or something, that would be really busted. All right, cool. We're still alive, believe it or not. I'm going to go here. All right, so now we got the 5 mana. We're gonna Doomscar the board next turn, and hopefully Ascendancy as well. That'd be great, because then we're gonna get back a 4/4 illusion token, and it will turn into a 5/5 thanks to the Ascendancy, and then we can start spitting out all of our planeswalkers. We're gonna be looking really, really nice after this. They're gonna draw a card here, which is tough, but it's all good. It's all good. Didn't hit our land, unfortunately, but here we go. Doomscar, engage. Boom! Get our 4/4 illusion token. I do have Elspeth as well, which can give me some real value here. Could put a flying counter on this, or even just a vigilance counter. Or I can Doomscar the board again. Probably gonna Doomscar the board again. And the reason I'm gonna Doomscar the board is because of the Welcoming Vampire is a little bit of a problem, I can't lie. Them drawing that many cards is pretty brutal. Need to keep the value low on their card draw. just struggling here to. I'm a little behind. Like they're just a little too aggressive, and they're getting too much value along the way. Wouldn't mind bringing back the. I wouldn't mind bringing back the. What am I trying to say here? The Wandering Emperor. Wandering Emperor making a 2/2. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not that great though either. Maybe not. Maybe we tap. And then they can't draw a card either. Let's do that. Let's tap them down and let's not let them draw a card. We'll take 2 off of the loyalty here on the Tamiyo. Not that big of a deal. We'll potentially turn Tamiyo into a creature here too. There's a lot we can do here. I would like to find more mana though. If I'm being honest, I would like to find a little bit more of my curve here.
History will forget you.
I guess let's see what we hit with this. Not a whole lot we can do here.
I'll be your shield.
It's not terrible.
Beware the ember that ignites an inferno.
Two loyalty on the. Okay, so if I tap this, allow. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're gonna create a blocker here. We're gonna tap the Welcoming Vampire, and we're gonna get down to Giada's Gift. We're building, guys. We're building. We're building. So here's what's gonna happen now. So our opponent's going to try to attack him with their 2/2/2s, probably trying to kill Elspeth, right? It might happen. It is what it is. If they do, we have a backup. If they spread their attackers out, we can protect, let's say, the Tamiyo or whatever it may be, and with the 1/1. So I like where we're at right now. This is good stuff. This is all good stuff here. Because now we can play Elspeth again. Minus hopefully finding... actually, we've already thrown away our second brokers, didn't we? So this is our last brokers. Okay. Just something to keep in mind, I guess. They take the Giadas. That's a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. 1 mana short to play both, unfortunately. All right, so we're definitely gonna scry here. Let's see what's on top. It's not bad. It's not bad. Take you out.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Let's put some 1/1 counters onto this guy here and give it first strike. That way a lot of their things can't attack any further. We are going to lose some planeswalkers here though. Maybe Tamiyo, maybe Wandering Emperor. One of the two's got to go here because of the 3/3 apparition. But if they swing in with the other 2 creatures that they have, we will make a good block here. And we still have Elspeth, which is still going to produce 1/1 counters as well as like lifelink, vigilance, that type of stuff. If I can ever get this Broker's Ascendancy down on a turn, we will be good to go. Really good to go. This is a good game though, man. This is a good game. A little bit of a Selesnya aggro type of a build here. I wouldn't mind drawing a Farewell off the top. That would be bonkers because I can hit their graveyard. I can hit all sorts of stuff here. All right, that's an easy choice for me here. Take out the Edgy for sure. There goes their life gain, and then they're just taking a shield counter off of my Kasmina, so that's pretty good.
This was merely a chapter in a larger tale.
Asika's Chariot's in. Broker's Ascendancy's in, and now our friend here is in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. All right. There we go. Everything's getting an absolute pump. Getting pumped up by the Broker's Ascendancy. This little 5/5 fractal is going to be a massive threat soon. Also, let's not forget that we have the -8 here, which I can do searcher in. Oh, I'm sorry, -8. That's for Cosmina. GG's though, man. GG's. That was a pretty awesome game, man. A little bit of a tough road, but we closed it out strong. That was really fun. But now let's get to the point of the game where we start reanimating stuff. That's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be really hard to accomplish. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's going to be very hard to accomplish those types of shenanigans because a lot has to go right for us. But if it does, it's going to be so amazing. Lair of the Hydras. Indication that it might be mono green. Tangle Florahedron, okay. Double Doomscar. We love that. We love that. Stomper, sure. I don't like that our opponent here has don't like that they have all this mana to work with, because it means that they're probably going to work their way up to a Titan, and a Titan doesn't get hit by the Doomscar. I'm going to go with Cosmina here because this can't attack, and I don't foresee it attacking anytime soon. So let's go +2 and start scrying. We start lining up our next couple of plays here. Yeah, Doomscar's good, but not against the Titan. I really need to find a farewell if we're going to deal with the Titan of Industry. I don't like it. I feel like I'm playing defense again, though. Just like last game, it felt like I was playing a lot more defensively, which was really frustrating.
I'll be watching.
That's unfortunate. Okay. Didn't take into account the layer of the Hydra being able to get that 4th because of this. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so if I plus this, it's only going to be a 4 as well. In that case, let's foretell this, and let's go for Faithful Mending. Faithful Mending. Layer of the Hydra going to make it really difficult for us here. Need to find a Boseiju. I do have Boseiju in the deck. Oh, my tracker's not working. Interesting. For a mono green deck, though, they're not doing a very good job of getting really aggressive against us. We're still at 20 life total. There's our farewell. Oh, that feels good. We can drop the Grandmaster Flowers, I think, here. Yeah, I think we can drop Grandmaster Flowers. There's a Tameo. Could play Tameo, get back Grandmaster Flowers, but that's going to be for later. I think for now we... Oh no. Maybe we just Faithful Mending again. Maybe it's just a Faithful Mending again. Their Stomper's going to be able to attack this turn though. And God knows if they're going to play anything else. I do need them to kind of play something else though, so I can look to get some sweeper action going. All right, we'll do it like that. That's a pretty easy decision for us there. We don't find a land. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, to be honest. We do have Giada's Gift. We can drop that down. Layer of the Hydra is probably going to make an appearance again, which is fine. I do need to find something to put in front of that, like a little 1/1, or I suppose I can go with the Grandmaster Flowers and then put the Monk in. If I hit a land, okay, cool. I do hit a land. So let's do that. Let's go with... I don't have that. Let's go double blue. All right, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna get back the Grandmaster Flowers. Okay. Grandmaster Flowers is going to grab us the Monk. The monk is going to come down. It can block the layer of the Hydra, and we're safe now. We're safe from the Hydra doing harm to us, and we can continuously keep bringing in the monk over and over to block the layer of the Hydra. So that's good. Just kidding. Monk's gone. The monk is gone, and oh, Elspeth is coming in. Good. That means Hydra is not attacking. That's really nice, actually. That's really, really nice. Okay. That was scary for a second there. I thought they were going to attack in with the Hydra, but thank goodness they didn't. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to also do this. No, this, because this is going to turn into a creature anyways.
Bow before Phyrexia.
They just don't have any creatures, unfortunately. I can't choose 0. All right, let's just do this. All right, attack in here again. We have protection with the Hydra with the monk. Now we can get Elspeth in. Elspeth is going to start putting 1/1 counters on Tamiyo as well. Oh god, this is so annoying. Well, they take the wrong thing again. We still have protection from the okay, I see. That's fine. Farewell still gets the job done.
Let's do this together.
And I believe I'm going to get a 5 loyalty Tamiyo because of this. All creatures, and that's it. That's it. All right, I do in fact get a 5 loyalty Tamiyo, which means I can get back a Cosmina. This is working out pretty nice. All right, Cosmina. Let's create a fractal because I can't risk getting hit here. This is going to be a flyer finally. Nice. And just in case, we're going to put the Giada's Gift on Tamiyo again.
Once I've rested.
Now we have a lot of blockers, right? So if they do somehow figure out how to exile a bunch of this stuff again, we have plenty of blockers. Wow, they really did have another Brutal Cathar. That's the 4th one, isn't it? It is. That's messed up. That's messed up. They just took our token too. That's pretty good, man. Obviously we still win this game, but like that's busted. That's crazy. We had a Wandering Emperor too for the Hydra coming in. Let's go. Yikes, I didn't expect to run into 4 Brutal Cathars that game, but here we are. I was wondering why too, because they looked like a mono green style list at first with the Stomper, and then they played some white, and I was like, okay, maybe they're splashing in white for some stuff, but I was like, why aren't they playing out creatures here? And it's because they had a ton of Brutal Cathars in their hand, so that's messed up. It's a really good curve out on their hand here. Didn't get the mirror box in play that game and Seeker's Chariot, but man, that is what we're shooting for in today's video. Easy monk. The monk really doesn't do a whole lot for us. It's literally just here because of the fact that we're running the open fist or whatever, the flowers, Grandmaster flowers. All right, you can go and you can go. Looking solid on the hand so far. Plays for green. Do we go Cosmina here? And then this is going to get a 1/1 counter for every land. All right. I think Cosmina's safe to come in. Another land, not necessary, I don't think. I'm happy to trade this if they want. I can get it back later, so. And then the fledgling does die to our Wandering Emperor next turn when we flash it in. This is easy. This is, I mean, so far, so good. I mean, as far as what we're seeing so far, it should be pretty easy to handle. But obviously, things like landfall get a little out of control quickly with scoot swarms and whatnot. So, all right, they're going to get another land, and it's plains. Okay, so they're just doing straight Selesnya. I didn't expect them to get that up to 3 already. That's pretty bonkers. Let's scry. We do need that for all the pieces to fit, so we'll keep it on top for now. Pass the turn, we'll look to block with the open hand. We'll also Wandering Emperor minus on the fledgling. Excuse me. Shia. Ouch, that's pretty messed up. That is messed up. I have a backup Wandering Emperor though, so that's good. That is good. Alright, we take care of that nonsense. We could, this is technically a land. We could blow it up with the Beseiju. Now that's something. Let's scry real quick. See what we hit. More land is not a bad thing. I suppose it's not a terrible thing here.
We've got the edge in this fight.
I think we're just gonna Beseiju one of these. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Everything's a land, so. It's a scoot swarm. Not good. Not good at all. Oh man. That's unfortunate. I let that go off a little too fast. I should have done this. I forgot because of Shia's counting everything as a land that the scoot swarm actually gets to trigger a copy of itself. So that's really bad. That's not good. I should have stopped that from happening. I guess it wouldn't have mattered though, but. All right, we need to start scrying heavily for Doomscar. Or that works too. Farewell though, not enough mana in hand right this moment to cast. Maybe though we can go for the Faithful Mending. Yeah, maybe we go for Faithful Mending here. And hopefully hitting a land. Getting tricky though. Getting tricky, that's for sure. Gotta farewell this board though, 100%. Gotta get rid of all these creatures. Unfortunately, that means the monk will be gone forever. But it is what it is. Unless they attack. Obviously, they could attack in here. We make a good block and hopefully killing our monk. Yep. Do you, my friend, do you. Not bad. Send the whole team. If you don't mind, send the whole team. I'm good with it. I am good with it. Nothing? Oh, man. I needed you to kill the monk. Gosh, this stinks. I don't want to have to get rid of the Seeker's Chariot, but we can bring it back with Tamio. I just didn't want to do that. And we missed our land drop? Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Oh, no.
We must prepare for tomorrow.
This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. This is really bad. That's gonna be, oh, let me do the math here, because if we block here, we're gonna take 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I won't die this next turn, but jeez, man. Okay. That's crazy. There's our land. Okay, Grandmaster Flowers can go. Yes, the seat can go too. We'll play this out. All right, no attacks. Let's hope we survive here. We should survive, but if they play something that says like that gives everything 1/1, we're in trouble. Oh my god, they didn't attack. What is going on? Yo, what is going on? Enchantments and creatures? Yes, please. Bye. Bye. Search the library for instant sorcery card. Don't need that. Okay, let's create a fractal. That's like a 8.
The laws of reality could use some.
Holy cow, guys. They didn't have lethal. By any means, they did not have lethal. But the fact that they dropped down a Felidar retreat right there literally scared the heck out of me. Because if they would have dropped one land following that, all their creatures would have got 1/1, and that might have been a different story. But they used up all their lands prior to that engagement. Dude, we were just not finding our lands here. Mirror box, love that. What's on the field here? 4/4. Okay. You know what? Whatever. Let's gain some life here. A little bit of a not great play, but it's fine. We can get another Wandering Emperor. That's nice.
Consider all possibilities.
No thanks. All right. I don't think 3 loyalty is enough, unfortunately. It would be nice to get in and plus it up, but I think I'd rather go. I'd rather go for the full amount. I'm so happy we got Mirror Box down though, man. That's so good. Man, now I want to play this. I don't know. I don't know. I think Tamio. Let's go Tamio.
Phyrexia is the multiverse's synthetic destiny.
I really want to get the Wandering Emperor going here.
Phyrexia.
Get the doubles, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so land. No thanks. Put the 1/1 counter here. Put the 1/1 counter here. Alright, no attacks. We could have done that 1,000 different ways. Like, that turn could have gone a million ways, but I think at this point I'm just trying to go a little bit quicker because I don't want my opponent to just concede, thinking that they're out of the game completely. Because I want to get a little crazier with our plays here. This is quite the board state we're developing here. We do actually hit the Broker's Ascendancy. Oh my gosh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Don't need another one. That would be cool though. Scry. I want to plus Tamio up as much as I can here. We're gonna create some more samurais because we're gonna gain a lot of loyalty off of the Broker's Ascendancy. No attacks. There we go. Now we're good. Now we've got the board state we're looking for. We've got 2 Wandering Emperors, about to have 2 Elspeths, and Tamio's gonna bring back Asika's Chariot on this next turn. And with the Asika's Chariot, we're gonna start copying our planeswalkers, which is gonna be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Giada's Gift too, by the way, guys. Pretty busted card. It's gonna come in and animate one of our planeswalkers as an actual creature. Yo, this is definitely what I was looking for here, guys. A resolved Mirror Box, a resolved Brokers, and just every planeswalker in the game on the battlefield at the same time. They are at 30 life total though. I'm trying to keep them as happy as I can to try to get this as most outrageously as possible developed. All right, we're gonna go with the second Elspeth on the board. Elspeth is gonna minus. We're gonna hopefully find another planeswalker. We don't, unfortunately. We'll take a land, I guess. We'll drop a Giada's Gift. I guess we'll scry because I can't bring back the Asika's Chariot and lose Tamio. I don't want to do that. Let's make a 7. A 7 fractal. Put 1/1 counters on these guys. Let's put another 1/1 counter on this guy. Vigilance. And then let's attack in. They've all got vigilance, right? So let's just attack in here. And we've got defenders on the way back to protect all of our planeswalkers. And our opponent said no more. They've definitely had enough of the beating. We didn't quite get the full effect because we really wanted to get back the Asika's Chariot. And Asika's Chariot would have came in and started copying things like the Wandering Emperor. But man, oh man, were we pretty darn close to pulling off the perfect game there. All right, last game for the road. I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. This deck is silly. It's absolutely silly and clearly pretty powerful. This is a pretty easy run through, to be honest, as far as things have gone. Pretty easy run through. All right, we got Giada's Gift. And we go into Cosmina. This is good. This is fine. Hopefully we can find a Doomscar. If we're going second, it's always kind of scary. Oops, a little lag there. A little bit of a lag there. Spirited Companion. Farewell's not bad. Could be very important later. Especially because we're up against Selesnya. Probably going to be runes, I'm guessing, with the Spirited Companion. Yep. That's what it's going to be. Grandmaster Flower's kind of good here, though. It can provide a lot for us here because we can, you know, stop them from attacking, which is nice. I'm going to create a fractal here to block. First strike, double strike, or vigilance can't attack. So even with haste and the lifelink counters and the trample counters that they get from the runes, it's not enough to actually attack. So this will be a pretty good card right here. Pretty solid card. We're working our way to the farewell. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Make sure we get our second white source. Let's not screw that up. I've been known to screw things like that up before. All right. You can't attack. I'm gonna sneeze.
I shall not let you harm others.
All right, sorry about that. Scry 2 or Scry 1, sorry. Don't need a land. We got another land in hand, and we're feeling pretty good about that. All right, the puppy can't attack me. Neither can Machiko. It has summoning sickness, and we're 2 away from the farewell. So I'm feeling very comfortable right now. Very, very comfortable, because the Grandmaster Flowers can stop one of these from attacking in the next turn. Okay. And then we create the Seeker's Chariot, so we have some blockers. And we should be pretty good, man. I feel like we're in a prime spot here to absolutely beat this opponent. I hope. Obviously 4 cards in hand, that changes a lot depending on what that sequencing is. If it's, you know, a bunch of runes and they just draw a bunch of cards and refuel, it can be pretty frustrating. But Touch of the Spirit Realm hits what? The Giada. Okay. Don't mind, we'll get that back in a second with the farewell. In the meantime, let's throw down 2 blockers. Let's make it to where you can't attack. And maybe let's create a fractal as well. Try and make things a little bit tough for them to get through to our planeswalkers. I'd like to try to keep them alive if possible until the farewell hits. The more our planeswalkers survive, the more value we gain, obviously. We blow up all the enchantments and creatures. We get back Giada's Gift. It's going to be a very solid turn. It's fine. All right. That is not the best, but it's fine. It's good to get that out of the way, honestly. Oh, no. They have flying now. Shoot. They really have that many enchantments already? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's crazy. Okay. Well, we're in trouble now. That's not good. Do they have lethal? They might have lethal. Let me see. 8, 16, 17. They do have lethal. That's crazy. They have exactly lethal. That's wild. Oh man, that stinks. We were literally gonna farewell the very next turn. Imagine if we could have pulled that off. Like, every single thing gets blown up. We get back Giada. We have a Seeker's Chariot. We have 2 fresh planeswalkers. Man, that would have been good stuff. It's too bad. All right, guys, that will conclude today's gameplay footage. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a blast to play. These are always some of my favorite decks. I love Tamiyo. I think Tamiyo is such a fantastic planeswalker and card. I really, really do enjoy it. And this might not be the last time we visit this type of a deck, an archetype, because I have some other ideas too with Tamiyo that I really want to try and visit. But before I jump into the end of this video, which is our final breakdown of thoughts, just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's made it this far into the video. I really do appreciate you so much for everything you guys do. You know, staying this long helps with the algorithm, and the algorithm loves to push my videos out to more people when you guys stay this long. So thank you so much, and I'm glad you enjoyed the video enough to do so. But let's talk about the deck a little bit here. So our biggest problem we ran into, and you guys saw it, was that silly little Selesnya Runes deck. It got a little too crazy, a little too fast. So it might be a little difficult for us to deal with those types of things, but the fact that we've run a full playset of Doomskars and 2 additional Farewells, I figured would be enough, especially because we're gaining life early in the game. This keeps us alive for the Doomskar, the Farewell. I still believe that's still a really good combo. I don't think it's necessarily a flaw of our deck that we just lost to that Runes deck. The fact that they got to 7, you know, enchantments that quickly, and they had a hollow, or what is it, Haunted Hollowed out? Hollowed Haunting. I always forget that card's name. What that card went off for our opponent. It's not necessarily anything we did wrong or our deck didn't perform very well. It just was a little bit, you know, a little bit too slow in that particular instance. There is a thing that we could do here, because I was trying to think of how to make this a little more competitive. And as you guys saw, we didn't exactly get to pull off the Asika's Chariot play to copy our Planeswalkers. And the only time we had an opportunity to do so, we already had 6 Planeswalkers on the field, and our opponent completely scooped right before we could get into that sort of a play. And I started to think the Asika's Chariot really worked out in the original deck. I have to go back and see how I did it in order for us to figure out, you know, how we were copying Planeswalkers without people scooping. But if you think about it, the Asika's Chariot is what we call a win more card in this deck, meaning we've already got the Planeswalkers down. They're already making copies of themselves because we have the mirror box down. And the Asika's Chariot is a little bit of an overkill card. You don't need it. It's just to kind of get over the top of it as far as memeing on people. So that card, if you guys want to make this more competitive, you could definitely cut the Asika's Chariot, I believe, and maybe add in a little bit more interaction. You know, Faithful Absence is a card that comes to mind. Whoops. Faithful Absence comes to mind. It's a really cheap removal spell for, you know, white. Blue, white, and green don't exactly have a ton of removal, but Faithful Absence is a great way to remove stuff. You could also add in the Broker's Charm as well. The Broker's Charm is a very cool utility card that offers you a lot of different things, including removal, because you can get your Planeswalkers or creatures that your Planeswalkers generate a +1 counter and dealing damage to a target. So this is another cheap way to kind of remove things off of the battlefield. But in place of Asika's Chariot, I would say add in a little bit more spot removal, and you got yourself an absolute banger of a list. So I'm gonna leave it how it is though for the list and the time being. A lot of people don't make it this far into the video, so if you want to make those adjustments, by all means do so. If you guys have any ideas on yourself on how to make this deck better, please, I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And man, it's been an awesome week. The content this week, I gotta say, compared to last week, I'm really happy of how these 5 videos came out this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed them as much as I did. I really had fun this week. So we had a lot of creative ideas and interesting topics. So hopefully we can match that energy next week with another 5 videos. But I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And before I hop out of here, as always, just got to give a huge shout out to my Mardu Mob. Man, the Mardu Mob is a membership program here on the channel, if you don't know, and these guys help support the channel through their monetary, you know, memberships. So I want to say thank you so much for that. It goes a very long way and keeps the channel afloat. So appreciate you guys. I can't say it enough how much I do really appreciate you. Giving you guys a shout out every week because you deserve it. And if you guys want to become part of this Mardu Mob, you guys can hit the join button down below, or there's a link in the description. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's the biggest thing. Hope you had some fun today, and go enjoy some games, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video, which will be Monday. Until next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't